pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, this is the Commissioners' hearing room, regular meeting number 8, Thursday, the 24th, slightly after 10. And we did the pledge. Do we have any public comments at this point? We do have a resolution that we will be giving, but is the judge? Okay. If we have public comments, we'll entertain those right now. Okay. All right.
Is it the one?
Okay. We could wait until the end of the meeting and do it. If you're all right with that, we'll wait till the end of the meeting. We'll just get through the meeting and then we'll do that at the end. How's that, Mayor?
Perfect.
Okay. Approval of the previous minutes and meeting number 7, Thursday, February 17, 2022, and approval of bills for payment.
Motion to approve. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Advertisements for bids 1 and 2, engineers.
Morning, Commissioners. This is an advertisement for the South Avenue resurfacing project, phase 2.
Okay. And number 2, sanitary. Tara.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is for advertisement for the Deal Lake wastewater treatment plant upgrades, improvement number 526 in Berlin Center, Mahoning County.
Okay, thank you. Advertisement for bids 1 and 2. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve advertisement for bids. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Legal notice is number 1, sanitary.
This is a request for proposal for the potential sale of the Jackson Milton Metro Water District.
Okay. Legal notice number 1. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve legal notices. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Journal entry number 1. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve journal entries number 1. Second?
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Agreements A through H. They being the auditors, GIS.
Good morning. This is a plotter. It's a large machine that we could plot maps on there. This is the service and maintenance. It's non-general for $1,197.
Okay. BCD, Convention and Visitors Bureau, Linda.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Letter B is an agreement with Travel Boards Advertising, which is the company that handles everything at the rest areas on the Ohio Turnpike. And this agreement is for distributing our travel guides for a 2-year time frame. And this will be at every service plaza along the Ohio Turnpike. And our guides just got delivered yesterday for the Youngstown area, and we're in the process of getting those out everywhere. We're excited to see our new guides for 2022. Letter C is an agreement with Group Tour Media. The actual name is Group Tour Media. This is advertising for the motor coach industry. And letter D is an agreement with Bolero Sports and Entertainment, also known as the Pro Bowlers Association. We had a tournament here last year at Amron Lanes in Canfield, and we are going to do it again this year in May over Mother's Day weekend. We'll bring lots of people to town for that. So this is an advertising agreement with them for that tournament.
Thank you, Linda. E, Jobs and Family Services.
Good morning, Commissioners. Audrey, Nancy, and my good friend Jimmy. Good morning. All right, this agreement with Job and Family Service Amendment number 1 with Meals on Wheels for delivery of meals for our adult protective service clients to extend services until September 30th, 2022 in the additional amount of $2,000 non-general.
Okay. F, recycling.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item F is our agreement with Genesis Outdoor Advertising. They're going to be providing 5 billboards over a 4-week period to promote Earth Day activities. The competition will be held between grades 4 through 8 of Mahoning County Schools.
Okay, thank you. And G, sanitary.
This is for modification number 1 with American Structure Point Inc. to provide professional engineering services for an evaluation and stress test. This is part of the Meander wastewater treatment plant performance upgrades under improvement number 525 in the amount of $36,825 in its non-general funds.
Okay. H, sheriffs. Joe.
Good morning, everyone. This user license agreement with Permidium LLC for services to streamline our CCW room and our background checks at no cost to the county.
Okay, thank you. Number 2, agreements A through H. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve agreements A through H. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 3, change orders, A through E.
Good morning again. Letter A.
Convention visitors.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Letter A is a change order with Hearst Communications, Country Living Magazine. We had to change the date of our advertisement from May to June because just like everyone else, they are dealing with paper supply shortages and things like that. There is no change to the amount of the agreement at all, but this is just a change on the publication date.
Okay, thank you. B, EMA 911.
Commissioners, Andy wasn't able to sign on today, so he asked me to uncover the items for EMA 911. Item B is change order number 1 with Michael Baker International Inc. for contract assistance services in a decreased amount of $39,693 non-general.
Okay, thank you, Anna. C, engineers.
Yeah.
Rick?
Here's a change order. It's number 1 and final with Lindy Paving for Mahoning Avenue resurfacing project in the amount of $47,814. Non-general, and it was 80% federal grant.
Okay. D, OMB grants. Anna?
Commissioners, this is change order number 4 with Foreman Township to extend the demolition of various properties until August 31st of 2022 at no change in the amount of $36,500 non-general.
Okay, and E, sanitary.
This
Tara.
is an extra work order number 1 with APO Horo Company for the Meander wastewater treatment plant conveyor replacement improvement project number 523 in the amount of $51,370 non-general.
Okay, thank you. Number 3, change orders A through E. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve change orders A through E. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. And number 4 is appointments. It's the commissioners appointing the following individuals to serve as the Mahoning County Tax Incentive Review Council: James Fortunato, David Cutlick, and Scott Satterley. Placek, I'm sorry. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve the appointments. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 1, resolutions, additions. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve number 1, resolutions additions. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 2, record of bids, A, engineers.
Yeah, this is the record of bids for the OPWC Road and Bridge Safety Upgrade Program.
Okay. Number 2, record of bids, A. Do I hear a
Motion
motion?
to approve record of bids. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. Number 3, resolutions, A through G. A being the commissioners, O and B. Audrey.
Commissioners, this is a resolution appointing and designating Kathy Jones as the ADA coordinator for Mahoning County. This is to work on the plans for the federal and state guidelines.
Okay, thank you. B, Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Good morning again. Letter B is our resolution of support in the form of a sponsorship grant, once again to the American Junior Golf Association for their 2022 Junior All-Star Tournament, which will be taking place once again at Mill Creek Golf Course in June, in the amount of $7,500. This tournament is returning for another year. It's growing and growing and becoming more and more successful, brings junior golfers from all over the country to Youngstown for the week. And the competition level is tremendous. These young people will be on the PGA Tour one year. So again, this is our annual support grant for this event.
Thank you, Linda. C, EMA OMB grants. Anna?
Morning. This is a resolution to support the application from the Federal Emergency Management Agency through the State Homeland Security Program and the amount of $88,087.68 with no local match required, as this is a regional submission through Summit County EMA as the lead agency for Region 5.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
And the D, OMB grants.
Item D is a resolution in support of an application to the City of Youngstown CDBG program in the amount of $13,970.95, and also accepting the approval of a revolving loan fund waiver from Ohio Department of Development in the amount of $10,197 and a local match of $4,448 to reduce the local matches being provided by the vendor. And this is also to reduce veterans homelessness in Mahoning County. This will make improvements to a property owned by Family and Community Services that is approved by the Veterans Administration for homeless, to house a homeless veteran, and it needs some upgrades to flooring and windows. And being that it's in the city of Youngstown, it'll be a partnership between Mahoning County and the city to complete these upgrades.
Anna, could I ask a question? Is that the home located on Bella Vesta, or do I have the wrong location?
No, I think it's like the corner. I'm not sure. I think it's like the corner of Bella Vista and Bon Air.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Those
Yeah,
are
we've been
nice.
working.
Those are nice homes over there.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
And also E, Anna, OMB grants.
Item E is a resolution approving the following appointments to serve as designees to the Ohio Children's Trust Fund Regional Prevention Council for 2 years. There's Lynette Paris from Children's Services Board and Emily Martinez from the Developmental Disabilities.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
F, prosecutor's office.
I can
Jimmy?
answer. It's a timing issue with the purchase order.
Okay. And G, sanitary.
And this is a resolution of necessity to purchase one Ford Escape, one Ford Explorer from Montrose Ford, and a Chevy Silverado from Valley Chevrolet through the State of Ohio Purchasing Program in the amount of $96,858.20.
Hey, Tara, I wanted to ask, and I forgot on the advertisement for bids on the sanitary. I just wanted to confirm that there was a PLA on that when we brought the bid. Is there a
On
PLA
the legal notice
on the advertisement for bids?
of the Deal Lake,
Yes,
yes.
thank you. Well, we have some guests here. and- Oh, geez, we didn't do this. I thought we. Thank you. Well, that ends our business portion. We need a motion to approve the resolutions. I'm looking at.
Yeah, sorry.
Motion
I
to approve
interrupted.
resolutions number 3A through G.
Motion approved. So moved the resolutions A through G.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler,
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes. All right, that concludes our business portion of the meeting. We have guests here. The mayor is here. I see all the union guys are here too. Does anybody have anything to add?
The best mayor in Mahoning County.
Is
Bar none.
yes. Is the judge on her way, or?
She's on her way.
She is?
If you guys have.
All right, well, does anybody have?
You know, the
any
judge
of
was
our
on her
elect-
way when we started the meeting 30 minutes ago, you know,
All
so
right, David.
are we gonna sit here and wait 30 more minutes? You'll be in big trouble.
Dave, I can confirm, she left here 9 minutes ago.
Okay, she should, here she comes right now. Thank God for Dave. for a minute. Hello, Judge Delic. How are you?
I was just about to move the mayor to number 2 off the top, down to number 2 mayor.
You know what, we have a guest today. We have with us Mayor Katzer Cone Miller. We also have Judge Delic, Dwayne Piccarelli. And Kat brought to us a submission to recognize the judge for the HOPE program. And we're really not that familiar with that, Kat. So if you would come up before we recognize the judge. And Dwayne, would you give us an update on what that might be? And
So we have a program through Judge Delic's court that Karen Marr leads for us, and we've been doing this for a couple of years now, called Stand, Grow, Thrive. It's the Mahoning County Resiliency Group. It's something that we've been meeting pretty much once a month, and this proclamation was brought to us to declare a week of hope for those who have trauma-induced care or anything like that. So it's a lot of mental health help, I guess, if you will. I don't want to steal Judge Delic's thunder or Karen or Dwayne Piccarelli's. I have really bad ADD. So the reason I presented it to the commissioners is because I was on a Zoom call and I sent it at the end of the meeting. They had said, well, I'll contact the commissioners, I'll contact you. I said, I already did. I already got an email back from Audrey. So we're kind of ahead of the game because I can't sit still very much. I'd like to have you guys.
Judge, do you want to come up and bring your group before we recognize everyone? And then Kat, please stay there because when we present, we should all be together.
Yes, and thank you Mayor, for bringing it to the commissioner's attention. She is very efficient. We have with Karen Guerrero now. She is the coordinator for Stand, Grow, Thrive, which is a community project. Dwayne Piccarelli and I started it 2017, 2018, I don't remember, with the State of Ohio Department of Mental Health. And it's about trauma and trying to make our community resilient. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Karen because this is what she does and we're gonna watch her do it. Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah, so one of our main focuses with Stand, Grow, Thrive is to recognize the prevalence of trauma within our communities and the individuals that we encounter in the various roles that we function in. And how their trauma histories might impact their behavior and the interactions that we have with them. Also focusing on the importance of building resiliency as a means to offset the negative impact that trauma can have on people's lives. To that end, one of our members brought the HOPE initiative to Stand, Grow, Thrive at our last meeting. The HOPE organization stands for Healthy Outcomes, Positive Experiences. Sometimes we can't change the adversities, we can't undo the bad stuff that people have experienced, but we could offset it with the support and positive experiences that we can offer later in life, or in a prevention fashion. So Hope Week is an attempt to really focus on the benefits that hope provides, how necessary it is for all of us in healing and being healthy, functioning individuals. Hope Week is March 7th through 11th, and we are trying to get as many entities and organizations within the county to stand in support of Hope Week.
Thank you. And if we could have the commissioners, Dwayne, you want to say a few words?
No, I just want to get started. Initially, we had a small group that we were going to have a community forum on just see what issues are in the community. And we started a small group. In fact, we invited our staff because we didn't think anybody would come. And the room filled up, and we kept moving to bigger rooms until we ended up at the Cavelli Center. And the one thing loud and clear was that a lot of people with addiction had trauma as a child. And so then we started looking at the trauma, and it's just not an easy thing, but we started asking people what happened to them instead of what's wrong with them. And just that phrase alone kind of turned things around. And, we know kids are resilient, but I've said 100 times, it's hard being a kid. In the old days, you'd go home and you'd be safe. Now you go home when you're not safe. With the internet and all the social media, it's tough. So, but you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. Elected officials, juvenile court, mental health, we should all be working together. So this shouldn't be something unique. It should be the norm, but it's the norm in Mahoning County. So we partner with Judge Delic, and wonderful things are happening.
Wonderful things are happening, as you can see with our mayor.
Right.
And it's a community-wide project. And if someone from the commissioner's office would like to attend our monthly meetings, they're welcome to. Right now, they're by Zoom. Monday's meeting is by Zoom. And what we do is we are pushing out resiliency to our community, because all of us have experienced some sort of trauma, and many of us went through it with the pandemic. Clearly, we saw it. But we put that on top of some of the lives that we have out there with multiple trauma, and we're wondering how they're getting through. I mean, you see someone without hope, they're in despair. And so we have to bring hope to people to let them know it can be better and it will be better. So thank you, and thank you, Mayor. Thank you, commissioners.
We'd like to present you with this resolution. Can I have the commission? You always run away.
We can stand here.
Yeah, it's good to be in that.
Us tall people in the back,
All right.
short people in the front.
How's that? You got it, Dave?
What are we doing?
All right,
Are
we're
we in a circle or
presenting
are
the
we?
judge with this resolution from the county commissioners. This meeting today will be on record, and we want to give this to you and your committee. And thank you for all your experience and your help. And Kat, thank you for bringing it to us. I mean, 100% right.
No, it is. Thank you very much.
Today's a whole different day with children. And that's basically with the kids. I
It
mean,
is. But it's all of us. All of us have had some trauma, and we all can heal. There's healing for everyone.
Thank you for being there. Thank you for always doing this. You are a pillar when it comes to all of this. And Dwayne, I mean, I don't know what we would do in Mahoning County without your assistance in the mental health area. And just being there, because I know I call you a lot about issues.
What kind of issues, Carol?
Mostly
Are you having issues?
It's mainly me and Dave.
Oh, we can take care of that.
It is mainly them too. I have to call them and get some mental help, but no, it's different people in the community, and you just don't realize what's out there, and you think, oh, they're just this type or that type, but it's everybody. And the children, I feel so bad for the young people today. It's just a whole nother, like you said, a whole nother environment for them. They don't have what we have. And you're right, Dwayne. This social media has to end. It really needs to be more controlled, because when you have young people being bullied, it's a whole nother ballgame today. As they do things that I know we wouldn't have. We would have done other things, but.
We won't talk about those today. On the record, everybody, okay?
We send them to your court. You straighten them out.
Anyway, but thank you very much. Thank you.
Carol. Hey.
We get a picture together.
From there?
You want to get in? I'll take it. You want me to take it?
No, I don't want to squeeze in.
Squeeze in.
Yeah, squeeze in. Squeeze, please.
Good?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I'll take this off for the picture.
I see, I'm smiling.
Yeah.
I can send them to you.
Okay.
You want to send them? Okay.
Thank you. Better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
He's only focusing on Karen.
Are we doing these pictures?
I have to let you know, Tony Marr is the one who created our logo too.
Oh,
So he's so talented. So thank you. Thank you.
Good deal.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're so sorry.
You know what, we have another speaker today, and Gina.
Yeah.
Gina DeGenova from the prosecutor's office. Do you wanna?
Sure. Oh, sure. I apologize for not being here earlier to speak on our issue on the agenda today, but I was in grand jury. So we're switching grand juries now. Next week, we'll have a new one. So I apologize. I just wanted to speak real quickly about our annual report that the Mahoning County Prosecutor's Office released about a week ago. It is our report card. So we have compiled a handbook that outlines everything that we did in 2021. It talks about our criminal cases. It talks about how many matters in criminal cases that we handled last year. It talks about the dispositions of those cases, highlights some notable cases that we've had. And it also goes through and talks about what our office does. It talks about our appellate division, our juvenile division, and it talks about our civil division. So, we have some very good information in there. It has the types of matters that we have handled through our civil division. Our civil division is the legal counsel for all 14 townships. And we also represent every board and elected official in Mahoning County. So, in my new job as public information officer, I was tasked with looking at different initiatives that our office could do to really ensure an increased transparency. And I looked throughout the country for initiatives that other prosecutors' offices are doing. And I took what I thought were the best of the best. And I'm starting to bring those here to Mahoning County. One of them is an annual report. Lots of offices do it. And I think that it is, it's necessary and it is a good way for the public to see exactly what we're doing in any given year. This was our inaugural year, and we intend to put those out moving forward each year in the future. So if you want to get a copy of it, we've got hard copies. I can get the commissioners some. We can put them in their office. It's also available digitally on our website. And it's also, there's a link on our Facebook page. So if you ever have any questions about that, please let me know. But we're pretty proud of that project. And I think that it is, it's a good project and it's a good way for the public to ensure that, we're working and doing what we're supposed to be doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Gina.
Good article in the Vindicator. yesterday.
Oh, thank you.
Saw
Thank
the
you.
front page.
Thanks, Gina.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Let's see. I want to thank all the tradesmen for being here today. This is great. Goes to show the teamwork
And
that we have.
Tradesmen and tradeswomen.
Yes, tradesmen and tradeswomen. I don't know why I don't do that with
Yeah,
this.
come on.
I mean,
hey,
I'm gonna muzzle him pretty soon.
I've got to keep her on her toes.
Need to whack him in the other arm.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tuesday.
I like that, Bobby. But anyway, I want to thank you here. We have a great team, not only with our elected officials, but our partnerships with Dave Anthony, myself, Ralph. We do have a team of elected people in Mahoning County that work together. And you're part of that team. So I want to thank you for being here as well. That really concludes the major portion of this meeting. My partners, Dave and Anthony, do you want to?
Carol, I have one thing.
Okay. Oh, Ralph, I'm sorry. I didn't get you, Ralph.
On the auditor's website this week, I put the 10 levies of a May 3rd ballot. So if anyone wants to see the
Is it
effect
May
of the
3rd?
ballot levies, you can go to the website.
10.
And I could not put a calculator into it because of our software limitations, but we have it broke down to the 10 levies, the millage, the location, and then we broke it at 25, 50, 75, $100,000 house, and 100, 200, 300, 400,000, 500,000. So you go on there and see exactly how much these 10 levies will affect you personally. Also, the calculations in there, but you have to work that out yourself. And on all these 10 levies, these are all new or replacement levies. So there's no pullback. The older levies, if it's a renewal, you have some discounts, but these are all actual dollars that you'll be paying in your, if it goes through. This is at the request of Canfield Schools. They asked me to put it up there because people were asking. And they said, well, I think people would like to see it on the auditor's webpage, so we did, and I put the other 9 on there. So any questions, this icon, just click on it. And any other questions, give me a holler. Thanks.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it. Anything else from anyone? Okay, at this time, we'll entertain comments from Dave or Anthony. Anthony?
Well, I'll just play off of Ralph, on my soapbox.
Okay.
And,
he brought all
and
his
just
stuff.
lead right into, it's a great point you bring up about the additional levies on the ballot. And I just had a friend of mine, it's a business owner in Austintown, say, oh, I gotta change the sales tax, coming up because it went up 0.25%. So, and then he's whipping on me, how'd that happen? And I said, well, it was voted in, number one, when the state puts additional sales tax, they impose it. They don't vote it, they don't promote it, they don't show where the funds go, they impose it. And the thing I'm the most upset about is the reason we have additional levies on in every community is the pillage that has gone on by the state legislature and the governor for probably 20 to 30 years. And it's gotten to a point now, a breaking point. So just a prime example, in 2017, managed care organizations, MCO funds were taxed and included into the sales tax collection. In 2017, all the counties combined got 309 million in their sales tax. And all of them varied and all of them changed from year to year because of what their tax is, what their collection is. But in 2009, Mahoning County got about $10 million, 9 and a fraction. Or in 2017, we got about 9 million, 9 and a fraction $million that went right into the general fund, part of the sales tax collection, of which were split up, justice tax, the rest of the county. Justice tax 1 1/4 or 3/4, the county, 0.5%. So if you look at the 10 million, basically the justice tax got 6 million of it and the county got 4 million. So in essence, when the state legislature decided, oh, we're not going to collect this any longer, the 309 million that all the counties got was wiped out because the federal government said, you got to collect it on everybody, not just MCOs, but all the healthcare organizations. So the state said, oh, we can't do that. We can't impose a tax on them. So they eliminated it, took it all off the counties. No counties get it now. But wait a second, it's 500 million that goes to the state of Ohio. We can't not have $500 million. So we'll call it a fee and we'll charge all the MCOs a fee and we won't make it a tax and we eliminated a tax. So the fee is imposed supposedly to maintain the collection of the 500 million that they would lose. Today's budgeted amount in the state legislature for the MCO fund fee that goes to the state of Ohio is almost $1 billion. It's gone from 500 million to $991 million with zero going to the counties. In today's dollars, Mahoning County would be getting $14 million. So you add 14 million into the equation, we don't need a 0.25% sales tax to collect $8 million to pave the roads because we coexist with the engineer. We provide funds for the engineer to take and to utilize. We help them buy equipment. We help them with matching funds. Now, the CCAO at the state level tells us, you know what the state legislature is looking into? Rolling back some of the sales or some of the gas tax. Okay, we all can't afford to pay gas tax or gas. We think it's all too high, but it's not on the minuscule taxes that come into the counties. The other thing they did when they put that 10 cents on, what was it, 3-4 years ago? How did they allocate it? Let's divide it equally between all 88 counties, the additional 10 cents. Because obviously Columbiana County with 80 miles of roads needs the same amount of money as Mahoning with 500 miles of roads. So let's divide it evenly with all 88 counties. Let's not pass it out according to registered motor vehicles, road miles. Let's not do what makes sense. Let's pass it out to all the people that we want to give it to.
So you want to see why there's 10 new levies on the ballot, why there's a 1/4% sales tax coming on? Look no further than the state of Ohio on every, if you accumulate the amount of money that they've dug a hole for us to fill annually, it's in excess of 20 million a year, just in Mahoning County. And we have a budget of 67 million. So you tell me, how anybody survives with losing over the years, almost a third of your budget. But the state's budget hasn't gone down. When the state wants to spend more money, they take more off local government. And that's why local government has to react to do the same things they've always done. So, you really need to dig into the woods and see what's going on when things happen, because we all get a knee-jerk reaction. But the facts of the matter are, they push it downhill. And, we've been dealing with it, not only in the county, but every political subdivision, whether it's in Struthers, whether it's in Camel, Struthers, Youngstown, Austintown, Boardman, Canfield. I mean, my sister-in-law lives in Canfield and she says, wow, that levy's, huge. Well, see what it does for you. What do you, what's your community need, and what funds are available? They talk about a lot of funds being available, but now all the grant monies they're putting out there, the matching dollars are going through the roof. If the county engineer doesn't have matching dollars to be able to provide, he can't get any of the monies that are coming down for infrastructure. Because they put out, it used to be an 80-20. We had to have 20%, them 80. And now some of the programs coming out are the opposite, 80% local and 20 from the federal government. So, there's a lot of things behind that people don't see, because quite honestly, nobody puts them on the front page of the paper when their ox is being bored. So
Only the county.
anyway, congratulations, Mayor. We love it when you're here. You do a great job, and labor guys and ladies, and thank you for everything you guys do. I know you guys are working hard and you're out there. It's just good to have you here, and the work you do and the job you do. So,
Anthony?
thank you.
Dave's right. And, there's one thing that comes to mind is, I hear people say we're taxed off. And you make a great illustration to the fact with what's happening with the state and local communities. And we have to be grateful to remember one thing, that the taxpayers of the county allowed us and heard our message why we needed additional money for the county. So we have to be ever grateful, because those things we can't control that happen in Washington and the state, we have to control them here to continue to provide a service at today's prices at a lot higher level. Now, couple that with inflation, hyperinflation, skyrocketing groceries, fuel cost, diesel fuel, the dismal job market. These are a lot of things, and thank God for the HOPE program, because those are agitators in the community that incite people who already have trauma. Now they have to deal with that. So the extra $30 that they could have fed their families going into their fuel tank. So yeah, we do have a problem. And I appreciate what you're doing with the resiliency with Judge Delick. We need more of that in the community, because I believe 1 in 3 people in a family have somebody who's struggling terribly to do that. Thirdly, Ukraine. I have a lot of friends who are Ukrainian. It's disappointing and sickening that President Putin is doing what he's doing to a sovereign nation in Europe, taking over that country. Wait till you see what happens here. This is just the start, but the lives that are lost, the death and destruction, we should have took a little stronger hard road with Putin. And I just don't want to see any more death. We don't need another third world war in this nation with everything that we're already dealing with, that you keep adding to it. No wonder people are going to counseling and drinking and doing drugs and upset. These things are happening and we're going to be affected. I don't care how far, the world's not that big, but we're going to feel the after effects of that. So I just wanted to say on behalf of the Ukrainian population here, they have family members over there and many of them are in peril and they're going to die because Putin's going to come through there like a bloodbath and kill them all. And where do you go? So thank God for Poland because they're taking the refugees in. So, just pray to the good Lord that that happens. Mayor, thank you for coming. Always nice seeing you. You do a great job in the city of Struthers. We're proud to have you. Thank you.
You know what, Anthony, it's funny because my wife and I were watching this last night at midnight on TV when it started. And, you know, we're saying, you know, how did this start? You know, when did they become this, that? We're asking questions to each other. So we Googled it. And it came up a whole bunch of things that said, you know, when did Russia, you know, when did Ukraine separate? When did this, when did that? And we're reading through it all. And then it said, does Ukraine have nuclear weapons? And it said, you know, we're reading it and it says a list of the people that have nuclear weapons. And it said Russia has 6,500 nuclear weapons.
How sad is
And United States is second with 5,000 some hundred nuclear weapons. And down there was Ukraine that had like seventh. They had like 3,000 nuclear weapons. And then it had the next question on there. It said, how many nuclear weapons would it take to destroy the world? And it said 100. 100 nuclear weapons to destroy all of Earth as we know it. And all of the countries have in the thousands and thousands of
Let's
nuclear
hope,
weapons.
let's just hope.
So you put them in
that's-
somebody's hands like Putin.
Let's just hope that's not
Sure. Who knows?
and pray
But-
for that, because we as a country will not be a country. I don't think it'll get to that extent, but I think it's gonna be bad. And I just hope our people here are not so affected by all of this, and our guys are gonna be going over there now. But anyway, I thank everybody for being at our meeting today. Thank you, Kat, as usual, Mayor, and Judge Delic, who's gone, and Dwayne, Sarah Lam, I see here from the court, and Gina, and everyone that's a guest of ours today. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Roll call.
Second.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes.
Commissioner Ditzler.
Yes.
Commissioner Remedy again.
Yes, and our next meeting will be March 3rd, 10 a.m.